First, it's a different night nowadays with senior night because of the way things are. Some guys have been here for 4 years, some guys for 2, some guys for about 9 months. But it's a great opportunity to honor them and to thank them for all the stuff that they've done. Everybody goes through hills and valleys, and I think one thing that maybe has gone unnoticed about this team, and it's been led by those guys, is just the unbelievable resiliency that they've had. Start out the year 0-5 and lose some games, heartbreaking losses, and then they just battled back and won 7 out of 8. And then you get a tough stretch in the beginning of the conference play, and now you just keep battling back, and we won 4 out of the last 5, 3 in a row. So there's no greater trait in life than resiliency, because you're going to get knocked down. Life is full of those valleys that you got to go through, and you got to keep working and stay positive, and those seniors have done a great job of doing that. I thought we did some really good things throughout the game. We had a little bit of lull in the second half, but the rebounding saved us in the second half, plus 10 on the glass. I think Sam Hines started the game off and really set the tone for us with his effort. And we just got a lot of good basketball from a lot of different guys. I thought Corey Walker was tremendous today. Without Russell, we're in a tough matchup situation, but we really challenged Corey and then Doc as well, and Doc gave us really good minutes off the bench also today. So that was good to see. And then obviously Keyshawn Bryant started the game attacking the basket and then worked his way out, and that was really good to see. I'm very, very happy with the 6 rebounds, 3 on the offensive glass. It's an area that we've really tried to emphasize over the last few weeks, and we get 14 of them again tonight. Only 2 turnovers in the second half. But our defensive effort was very, very good. We hold them to 33% from the field for the game, and they made a couple of those threes at the end. But give them credit. They battle. Eric's doing a good job. He's in a tough situation, but that was a good win for us.
Corey and Doc had a tough assignment tonight.
Yeah.
I thought Corey was terrific the way he made him work for everything.
Yep.
Nothing was easy for him. Could you talk about those?
Yeah, so, I got a mind like a steel trap. Okay, so in the first half, he gets 3 baskets. He gets 1 on what we call a West Virginia action where we just didn't guard it correctly. And then he gets 2 baskets on rolls where Corey was helping on the ball screen and we didn't get our tag on the roll. And then he gets that offensive rebound in the second half. That's all. And Corey was dialed in because we wanted to make him hard to catch the ball, get it out of his area, and then we were digging and being active. And so Corey did his job, and then the other guys did their job as well. But his activity and his focus was as good as it's ever been tonight.
Your ball screen defense, you talked about how Russ is
Yep.
so important to your ball screen.
Yep.
Didn't have him tonight. How would you grade you? Because they ran a ton of balls.
Yeah, and I thought it was good. You're going to have some breakdowns, but for the most part, it was really, really, really good. Again, they run 1 million of them, and we hold them to 17 of 51 from the field. So I thought we did a very good job on the ball screen. Corey, much improved in that. Doc is going to be really good because he's so big and long, and he's just so active in it. You know what I mean? But the key to the ball screen is all 5 guys have to be engaged. Anytime we get in trouble, it's usually the 3 guys not involved in it that usually lose concentration a little bit. But for the most part today, it was very, very good.
Is the game slowing down for Doc?
Yes, it is. It is. And he's understanding what we're trying to get done offensively. Had that big block, which is something I think he's going to be able to do for us. He protects the rim very well. He's a different body type, but it's the same process that Russ went through. He just, as he gets more time, you're going to just see him improve leaps and bounds. If you look at Russell's progression, this is only the third year with us, 3 points a game, 8 points a game, now 13 points a game. You're going to see that same type of progression with Doc.
Coach, with around 6 minutes to go, you're up 52-45. In less than a minute, it's 60-45. You're in the middle of a 15-0 run, which lasted a little over 5 minutes. How nice is it not only to get stops, but to score?
That's the big thing. You've seen us play enough. There's been times we've gotten no stops and just couldn't put the ball in the basket. But, if we defend and rebound, the offense is going to come. This is our fourth 30-point night by one of our players. Tyler has 3, and now Keyshawn 1. We have 7 different players that have scored 20 or more in a game. Offensively, as long as we take care of the ball and share it, we're gonna be able to score 75+ points a game. Today was a little less because, to be honest with you, they did a good job of controlling the pace in the first half. Think of how many end of shot clock situations we put them in. So to get the stops and then the score on the other end has been, critical for us. So we played 40 great minutes of defense at Central Florida. I thought 20 exceptional minutes against SMU, and for the most part, 40 pretty good minutes tonight as well. So, but the defense is always a little easier when you're scoring on the other end.
Coach, the biggest difference I see from last year to this year is turnovers. You have less than 10 tonight.
Yep.
And none of those turnovers of the breakaway variety where
Right.
you can't defend.
Right.
It's got to be nice to know now that you're at least, when you turn it over, you can play 5-on-5.
Exactly. And we do something in practice now when we go live scrimmage. Once one of those teams has 6, or depending on how long we're going, 6 or 7 turnovers for the whole practice, they're on the line. So these guys understand taking care of the ball is critical. Like our number one key on offense every game is take care of the ball, make solid plays, just keep making the extra pass. And when we do that, we're good offensively. Because the other thing, I've said it a million times, we get 14 offensive rebounds today because we shared the ball and moved the ball. Now, we did not shoot the ball well today. Tyler goes 1 of 11, Chap goes 1 of 8. We just didn't shoot the ball well, but we broke their defense down. And so even if we don't make it, we get a great opportunity for offensive rebounds, and we get 14 of them tonight. We get 21 second chance points. That's effort, but that's also really good execution on offense because you're going to go through some games. Tyler, it's been 3 months since he had a shooting night like tonight. He had the first couple games of the season. He didn't shoot the ball well. But I'm glad he made that last one. We ran some stuff to get him the record, and he ends up breaking the record on an offensive rebound kickout. So poetic justice, I guess.
Coach, throughout those first 5 games, you're 14-11 since then. Would you say you're playing your best basketball now going to the tournament?
No doubt about it. Yes, we are. That team during those early games, unrecognizable now. You know what I mean? And that's going to happen. And we gotta do some stuff to maybe accelerate the process a little earlier, but that's for a different day. The biggest thing for us right now is to get a day off and to have 2 good days of practice and get ready for Wichita State because they're very good. They're playing very well right now with a big win the other night at Tulane. They're playing very good basketball as well. So it's 2 teams that are playing well and want to continue to play well heading into Dallas.
Coach, you're doing this with the big guy sitting next to you.
Yeah.
How nice is it to know the guys on the floor stepping up?
Well, think about this, we win at Central Florida, and Tyler only plays 2 minutes in the second half. We win tonight, and Tyler goes 1 of 11, and Russ doesn't play. You know what I mean? So we're getting better to the point where other guys, we can count on them to become dependable, and when they get their opportunity, they're ready to go. So that's a good step. That's a good step.
Coach, with
Yep.
some of your guys graduating this year, how does it feel being a mentor and a coach to this group of young men?
Well, that's a good one. That's a good one because I think our jobs as coaches is first to help develop quality men. And to hold them accountable and have them teach them how to learn how to do the right thing, not the easy thing, not the thing maybe they want to do, but do the right thing all the time. And then it's to make sure that they graduate. The one thing I will tell you is every one of those seniors that was honored tonight is getting their degree in May. Every single one of them is graduating. And then it's to help them become the very best basketball player that they can become. And if you do those three things, usually quality wins come, and now you're producing guys that are able to go out there and make an impact, some in the basketball world, and then after that, then they move on to whatever their next endeavor is. So, it's interesting because myself and my coaching staff, all of us come from families of educators. And so we just chose the path of basketball to educate and impact these young guys. And they have to be receptive to it. And when you bring in good guys like we have in that senior class, every one of them is quality guys, it definitely helps. But it's why you do it. It's why you do it.
Coach, when you sit down with the guys tomorrow, what's the one thing you're going to tell them? We need to get better at this.
Ooh, that's a good one. I still think that on the offensive end, I'm going to go offense and defense. I still think on the offensive end, there are times where the ball doesn't move well enough. And then on the defensive end, we got to keep guarding the basketball. It's the most important thing now in college basketball is to be able to one-on-one keep the ball in front of you, knowing that you're going to get help in the gaps. But the tougher you are on the ball, the better your overall defense. So if we can get better in those two areas, we got a shot to really do some good things.